Welcome, my name is Shane Sauer, co-founder of RentFax, and in this video I want to give a high-level overview of our Rent Radar Rent Report, along with some tips to help you as the users apply and use the report. So what you're seeing now is the very first page of the report, and what I'll draw to your attention is that we purposely and intentionally provided the subject rent range first thing in this blue box right here. We knew that this would be the primary use of this report, so we didn't want to hide it or tuck it in anywhere. We just put it right up front. So as we continue in this report, it's going to be best for me to explain this report from the back of the report and work our way forward. So I'm going to scroll down here to the very back of the report and come forward and help you better understand what you're seeing here. So we start very high level. The blue pen here is the subject property that you've entered. The green circle here represents a search radius, and the purple outline here is the zip code. So the first thing, as we look at this table up here, what we are showing the user is how big the zip code and this radius are. And we're also providing the rents that are found in those respective areas. So as you can see here, this is a large zip code, and the range of rents of rental properties in that zip code is quite wide. So our goal is to tighten that range so users can have better information to make decisioning. So again, the radius is in green. The zip code is in purple, and you can see how the reflective ranges are quite large. As we move to the comparables that are selected for this property, the range gets tighter, and then we further tighten it to the subject property itself. Here again, we graph how wide those ranges are to give a quick visual of the discrepancies based upon the geographic areas. So as we scroll up the report, over here we see that this blue outline is what we call the neighborhood. It's also the boundaries of the census tract where the subject property resides. Additionally, we have pinned 10 comps provided by our data provider showing their locations and giving them numbers. So based upon this blue outline of the neighborhood, we have established yet another range. It continues to get tighter and tighter. Then with our comps, we are listing these comps above in a grid where we have the attributes of the subject property, and we list the attributes of each comp down in the map below. Based upon variances in baths, square footage, distance, and whether they're in the same neighborhood or not, we're making adjustments much like appraisers do when providing an appraisal report for a property. These adjustments result in an adjusted rent for that subject property. Based upon these adjusted rents, we then run modeling to give estimates of rents based upon those comps that are closest, rents based upon those comps that are most similar to the subject, and then a probability distribution of the most likely rent to occur, along with the rent for all the comps that were supplied. Supplying this data provides you, the user, an opportunity to exercise self-analysis. If all your comps were tightly located, as they are in this example, you might favor the most similar rent of $1,427. If your comps were spread out, covering a large radius, you might favor those comps in the model that are closest to the subject. This is just one tip of how the transparency and level of detail available in the rent report can help guide you whether you're an investor making decisions, a property manager, or anywhere in between. As I scroll back up to the top, we start to get back to the first page. On the first page, we show information that you've entered. We've pinned your address on a map, confirmation, and then we're back to ultimately your goal. The goal being identifying the predicted range of the rent for the subject property. The graph below is a probability distribution built on much of the underlying data that we just covered below. Again, the concept here for us is not pinpointing an exact rent, but showing you the range of rents that's most probable for the subject property. I hope you found this short video tutorial helpful in giving you a high-level review of the RentRadar Rent Report. If you want more information or to watch other videos and tutorials, feel free to go to www.rentfaxpro.com. Thank you.